What's up, guys? It's me again, Christian Rodriguez, and today I wanted to talk about people and their self-interest, right? And a lot of people may not talk about this, or they may not think of it. No one thinks about it. I know everyone wants to think of humans. I guess everyone thinks from their own selfish perspective, but I think that's the point of the video that I wanted to talk about, and that's that everyone is in it for their own self-interest, right? And it's not a bug, but it's a feature, right? It's a feature. Obviously, we need to think in our own self-interest so we can survive, so we can for men, so we can make more money, so we can find a suitable mate. For women, so they can find a suitable mate, so they can have a baby with, they could find and they could raise have a good family, you know. So we all have our own self-interest in mind. And instead of getting like caught up with it and getting upset that people are selfish, people are in it for their own self-interest, you're selfish too. And like there has to be a reason why you clicked on this video, right? Because it's in your own self-interest. Same with the self-interest of others, right? So like when you're selling, right? At least when I've worked in sales and selling some sort of product, I've learned that instead of talking about the features, talking about how new cool this tech is, right? This say I'm doing AI automation, right? I'm selling this cool N8N workflow. Look how cool this is. Look at this cool AI agent. Look what it does. It does this cool stuff. It has its own brain. You connect it to OpenAI. It thinks within itself. No one gives a shit. It just sounds like complicated tech. No one's gonna care. But now if you say um, that AI agent reduces churn rate for customers because it it does the follow up for you automatically because it's triggered to, then people are going to be like, oh, okay, it's saving me money. It's saving me time. Okay, there's some value into it. Why do people care all of a sudden? Because it's in it with their own self interest, right? A lot of people, not a lot of people, everyone wants it for their own self interest. What's going to help them, right? What's going to help their family? Those are the things that people care about. What is it for them, right? Is it solving a problem? Is it is it making them more money, right? Is it benefiting their family member? Is it bringing happiness to the family, right? If you look at like industries, right, like the fashion industry, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. Why is it a multi-billion-dollar industry? Because people want to look good. Because think about it, when you're looking good, you look more confident. And when you look more confident, you feel better about yourself, right? You feel better about yourself when you're more confident. You know, there's a bunch of byproduct behind it. But basically, the fashion industry is rich because it knows that people like feeling good. And wearing clothes that make you look good makes you feel good. And if it wasn't for the benefit behind clothes, then clothes would just dude, I would just be wearing sweatpants, which I'm doing right now, but I would literally wear sweatpants all the time. I would wear them everywhere. And I would wear sweatpants and a t-shirt everywhere. Not care if there was a hole going to the shirt. I probably wouldn't care because it's not a big deal. But at the end of the day, we do care about fashion. So we constantly have to buy new clothes, right? If there was a hole in this shirt, I would get rid of it. I would throw it out and I would buy a new one, right? And the fashion industry knows that, which is why they're extremely successful. But you could learn something from the fashion industry. You could learn that it's about think about your customer, think about your target audience, right? What benefit do they want, right? What type of thing do they need help with, right? What is it within their self-interest that also aligns with your own self-interest, right? If you want to meet a woman as your long-term you want to be in a long-term relationship with her, right? You want to make her your girlfriend or your wife or the mother of your children, right? um what in her self-interest aligns with what you do? How do you make you both of your self-interest align, right? Because she's not going to just go with you if you're just a bum who's broke, who's overweight and lives in his mother's basement. Like women aren't just going to go for that. But now if you're successful, then it's like, okay, he could provide. And that's something that they naturally look for. Now, this is not dating advice, so don't take that to heart. I'm just using it as an example. But yeah, like everything aligns with people's self-interest, right? That's why you have to think of it that way, right? You have to sell an outcome, sell fun, sell results, sell new leads, right? You're selling faster, maybe faster internet. Amazon is amazing at it. Amazon sells free 2-day shipping. Now it's just 1-day shipping, or the same day shipping if you're in a big city, right? And these companies like Amazon knows what people's interest is, right? And that's why they're a multi-billion-dollar business, because that's why Jeff Bezos is extremely rich, because he knows he was able to make his business model around people's self-interest. Now, if I want to buy something, right, anything, right, I just order on Amazon, and it makes it saves me time. I don't have to go to Target or any of the stores and scroll through the aisle and find it. I just order on Amazon, and I go back to my life, and then maybe a few hours, maybe in a day, the thing is already at my house, and I didn't have to leave the house or anything. That saves people time. So that's why Amazon is doing great. So you have to find out what results you want to sell. Instead of selling tech, instead of selling crap, right? Instead of selling like useless, instead of just selling like features, focus on selling results, right? I'll give you one more example. Give me one moment. If you look at, right, Optimum Nutrition, right, this brand, right? So I'm bulking, right? And does the powder taste great? It's okay. It's not too great. But I'm not taking this because of the taste. I'm taking it because of the results, right? It's serious mass gainer, right? 50 grams of protein, 1,260 calories, right? So with that, I'm looking to build more mass, gain more weight, right? So it says it right here, high protein muscle building and weight gain formula, right? If it didn't say that, and it talked about the vitamin A, the niacin, the folate, the biotin, the iodine, right? The zinc. If it added maybe creatine to this, then right, it wouldn't do as well, because most people don't know what the hell that is, right? And I'm into fitness, and I don't know what a lot of that shit is, right? So they sell it by results. They sell it on performance. Why serious mass, right? Strength training, sports performance, supports weight gain, supports gain goals, right? And that's what you want to sell. You want to sell results to people, because people buy results. People don't buy features. People don't just buy a random powder, right? They don't buy just powder. They buy protein powder. They buy results that's going to grow their muscle, right? That's going to give them more muscle, so they feel more confident, or they perform better in sports or in weightlifting. Think about it. Everyone is in it for their own self-interest. So once you're able to like ingrain that into your own head that everyone has their own self-interest, you can use that, and you can use that to get what you want out of life, right? When you align your self-interest with other people's self-interest. Let me word that better, because I didn't really like how I phrased that. But you want people's self-interest, right? You want people's own self-interest to be aligned with what you're selling, basically, right? Whether that's yourself, whether it's something in your business, whatever you're doing, you want to put in mind other people's self-interest. And I'm just going to leave it at that before I just keep repeating myself. But just get it through your mind that you got to focus on what people want. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I appreciate you guys for listening to me. I'm gonna keep creating more content. I hope you guys enjoyed. Take care.